What's going on? You are tuned into Kick 'em Pick 'em Gambling Show brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. With me, Mr. BurrOaks. Oaks, how's your mouth?
It's much better now. Got that bad tooth taken out, which definitely had me out for a couple of days. Couldn't really talk a whole ton. So sorry I missed the show last week. Glad to see you had Nick on. But yeah, got recovered. Watched a bunch of football this week. Had a really good stretch here after Dortmund went to halftime yesterday. Since then, we've been absolutely destroying it. But yeah, there's been some weird results. There's been a lot of underdogs showing a lot of promise here. There's a reason we tell you guys so much, like, Champions League really is different. It takes a different toll on players' bodies, and this is when you start to see it. This is when what we call fixture congestion is really going to start to show, and it's going to show up in the odds too. Away teams, away favorites, even home favorites, heavy home favorites, they're going to have a hard time winning outright. It's hard. It's a hard schedule, guys. You got to play 38 fucking games here, plus Europe. Plus a whole bunch of other shit, which is why we're seeing like Nottingham sitting in second place right now. Team with no European football, not getting the extra mileage on their legs, has largely missed the injury bugs. So yeah, that's why you see teams like Nottingham Forest, they continue to do well, get 3 points. If they can't get 3, they get 1 at home versus Liverpool in a very tough draw. So yeah, expect to see shit like that, guys.
All right, so just really quick for you guys. I told Nick that he has an open seat, and I meant it.
Oh, what's going on, man?
What's up, boys?
It's been a minute.
How are you?
So, Nick, really quick.
Did we do our fuck yous to Solanke yet?
We didn't go yet, but
okay.
No, that's
right.
Right up there. You guys fired your, what is he, a Falconer or a Hawk?
Yeah, the guy that is in charge of the Falcon before the games, or it's an Eagle. I don't know why it's.
Oh, it's an Eagle? Oh.
It's an Eagle, okay. Yeah.
I feel like Eagler, it sounds like a slur rather than Falconer, which sounds really like.
The crazy shit about it is apparently like the team doctor is the guy that performed the surgery. So they also fired the team doctor. It's like some completely only in Italy shit. And like, of course, it has to be Lazio to make everybody go fucking nuts.
So I'm hearing, though, it's Lazio money line.
I think it has to be. I don't even know what the number is, but how do you not take that?
I put it on my board.
Well, my big question is who's playing striker, because Castellanos is suspended and didn't Diallo, whatever his name is, get suspended. Like, aren't they both suspended on red cards? So who the fuck's putting the ball in the net?
No. They should. They weren't putting the ball in the net when they were on the field.
True. So it is Verona. So like, your center back could do it.
They might call me up. I don't know.
Are you fit? Yeah, you got them boots laced?
They got you at minus 135, by the way. So
yeah,
I'll take a Nick on minus 135.
It's just enough where I'm like, all right, if this is wrong, Nick's gonna be the first name on my fuck yous next week.
He's gonna be coming out of the tunnel like Vardy, just hammering a smoke in a Red Bull.
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Fuck yous. If you have something to get off your chest, feel free to just go ahead and spam it off in the chat. I know there's got to be a couple angry Arsenal fans back there, but they might be avoiding us because Oaks is back. You did allude to Solanke already. It's just I had 2 of them. I didn't give out my other one because it was a Newcastle one, and I'm getting real greedy with the Newcastle ones. But the EPL, the North London Derby, that Nick even said before the match started, he was like, oh, hold on, I'm on just this pick, which is one leg. And it was probably supposed to be the easiest leg of the whole fucking thing. And he goes, oh, this isn't why this is what fucks it. Perfect. Right. Put it out for me. Usually I would answer Nick and be like, oh, so double down. And then I'll double down and probably lose twice. Instead, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. Because everything hit in the first half except for a fucking Solanke shot on target. And it looked like it was going to be easy. He's making runs in the box. He's there. Just
he did have a shot on target. Just
and into the net. He even got one on his own fucking net. Got an own goal. But, I'm really happy that Nick could be on Twitter to let me know that he also lost that bet and fucked up my entire parlay.
Hey man, I winning bets with your friends is awesome. Losing bets with your friends is kind of awesome. Like if I'm gonna lose, I want to lose the same shit that my guys are on. But I'll say, like, I've talked about it with you guys. I don't know if I've said it out loud, like on the air. In Florida, Hard Rock, whoever the fuck they copy their shot lines from, like that person needs to get executed. Like we have the worst shot props of any sports book I've ever seen. So when I saw Solanke's shot on target was plus 115, I was like, this is
a trap.
And I don't really ever change my unit size. I pretty much do one unit across the board. Like that's what keeps me grounded. Like, man, I almost want to put more than one unit on this because it's fucking striker and he just needs to get a shot on target. Like Arsenal stinks. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And there you go. There you have it.
That was like a cool, I don't know, plus 1,000 parlay that everything. When you're waiting for the striker, it's the last leg for over 60 fucking minutes and you're just waiting for not even score or anything.
And there's nothing you can do to hedge against it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's a shot on target.
Right.
Yeah, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Again, though, that's what those parlays are for. But yeah, it's just the worst when I know I can see Nick's face being like, "Oh, hey, look, I found your problem right here." Oh,
hey, I'm 4 for 5.
Yeah, the Nick I told you so texts. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be right, but I'm 4 for 5 in picking out leg that's gonna miss. It's a gift.
Yeah. The one time I did double down on it, it did hit though. That's why. Every time.
So he's gonna ride that high forever.
It's been consistently losing since then, but I'll always have that one ticket. Okay, you hate VAR. We have clothing. I have a whole clothing line dedicated to that, man. You know how many fuck VAR shirts I have and hats? Come on, man. I'm right there with you. Next one on my list of fuck yous is an easy one. It's Maffeo. So I know we're doing the worst thing with just talking about him, but he just really is just such an odd guy. My man's at Mallorca training after getting bitch slapped by Real Madrid 3-0. You literally cried after the game, and then at training you're holding up a 5-2 for the Clasico loss. And it's just shocking me, not only because it's like, hey, fuck you guys, you lost, but it's just the fact that we literally just dropped our nuts on your forehead. You cried, and then you're going to do like you had to have, well, my big brother can do this type of energy. Like it was just, I really think he might be the most popular kid in his own head. I don't really, maybe he just loves attention. I don't know what it is, but he's in a Bana situation for me, Oaks. Like if Eddie could just find him in a parking lot and there was just happened to be no cameras, that would be fantastic in my mind. So
as a guy who has a lot of shitty tattoos, I can tell you that Maffeo's tattoos are dog shit.
Yeah.
Like that dude's got some shitty tattoos. And I have a penguin smoking a blunt and drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels on my leg. Like I know shitty tattoos.
Vibes. Moving on. My next one's Barcelona. I just don't like them very much.
Yeah, or the fans that are talking a lot.
You know what really gets to me too is just that I told everyone, I say it every fucking year too, and I get just as mad every year where I'm like, fuck this competition, doesn't matter. We should just send our academy. We'll take the bullshit check from the Saudi Arabian government or whoever pays for it.
We paid Mallorca to go there, so.
Yeah, and it's just, then when you get down to the final and it's against Barcelona, and then you don't even like put in like a half-hearted performance either. It's just I gotta watch Mendy and Lucas Vazquez run for their fucking lives as the two most informed wingers in the world go after them. And yeah, the Lamine Yamal hype's just still getting to me because I'm just like, wow, this guy literally took 2 shots, hit 1 on target, and did fuck all else. But look how many dribbles I completed.
Like a bitch too.
So just Barcelona in general. I get it. It's been 2 years since you had a trophy. You're excited. You're happy about it. Congrats, man.
You fuck all you guys because like you act like 2 years is a long time. Like you know how long I'm waiting for a trophy, dude.
Buddy, they're fucking. It is a long time in Spain, by the way. If we're talking Barcelona, Real Madrid, that's a fucking long ass time. That's like 700 days, bro.
So the one thing I'm going to need you guys to explain to me like I'm 5 is how's Olmo playing? I thought he wasn't allowed to be registered.
Look,
You know what's
man,
even worse about that is that they went through 2 courts that both said no, and then they're like, well, we're going to go to this agency that said yeah. And even though the league, the Football Federation, and the sporting judges and courts said no, this other agency said we could while they look into it. So they're still kind of in the middle of their case or whatever you want to call it while this outside agency does whatever they're doing, but they're somehow allowed to register them also.
Man, the one thing I'll say as an outsider to the game where I didn't really know if he was going to make it, but he's definitely proved me wrong. Rafinha's pretty good. Like you knew he had it at Leeds and you're like, wow, this guy's awesome. I didn't know if he was Barcelona good. Like that's a big jump to make.
Yep.
Guy's playing really well. Gotta kind of give it to him, man. He had himself a hell of a game and he's been kind of carrying.
I kind of take it all with a grain of salt when like you realize he lined up against Lucas Vazquez though also. So I'm not pointing any fingers, but he did have Lucas Vazquez guarding him for like an hour.
So who's the answer? You guys doing something in January or not?
I don't know. I've had a couple of answers for like the last 3 fucking years, but everybody also has to be behind Danny Carvajal because he's off gluten.
Right. And unfortunately, the answer going around like on the internet is TAA. And I'm not paying TAA money to get
not to defend.
He's English Lucas Vazquez.
Right.
Right. English Lucas Vazquez. He can kick harder.
We have discount TAA. It's Lucas Vazquez.
Yeah, we got dollar store TAA at home. We're chilling.
When you have absolutely 0 Liverpool fans upset about him leaving, like what does that tell you?
Yeah. Well, they were mad until he played one bad game. They're like, oh wait.
They're just they're doing that thing where they're like, we don't need you. We don't need you. And you're like, dude, I've seen you. You're broke. You have no job. You borrow your girl's car to sell weed every day. You need her, bro. You need her.
Yeah. No, you need that. Yeah. No.
Like you need her to keep putting up with your shit, bro.
The best news I got was the fact that they're sending him another contract bump. Like they're like, hey, we're gonna send him one more offer. Yes, do it. Because if we're gonna spend money, like fuck you money, I would rather have Achraf Hakimi.
Yeah, back in our program again.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't have a buyback clause on that, regardless of how many different teams you went to. We should have had our fingerprints on that somehow. That was a very.
Nico Paz has the buyback clause now.
Yeah, I was gonna say just very bad handling of that. And honestly, if the other solution, which people are saying, hey, throw Fetty at right back and we'll start Ceballos. I don't know if you got. And what's even worse is do people think that's a good idea and that Ancelotti should be fired for that idea? I don't know if you guys got like if you get hit in the head a decent amount when you're a kid or something, but the whole eyeball test of that with you telling me he's a playmaker, I'm good. You know how long of an eyeball test I've had on fucking Danny Ceballos? I'm chilling. We're good. That is not the answer. I would rather recall Nico Paz right fucking now. Go throw that fucking.
Danny Ceballos is a good guy to hold down the midfield when you have a lead and you don't want to cough it up.
Danny Ceballos is a good guy to hold down the midfield in anything before the round of 16 in the Copa del Rey. That's what Danny Ceballos is good for. So that is not a solution to me at all. Next one I got is Arsenal. Guys, and I'm going to say Odegaard too. Mostly, I guess it's a fuck me because when I needed him to get a shot on target, he's fucking missing everything. And then when I don't put him on the parlay and I have Solanke's stupid fucking ass, which was only 5 points better than fucking Odegaard, he's going to go and get an assist and a shot on target. So, Odegaard, you're a real piece of shit. And Arsenal, you guys are pieces of shit too because you couldn't even beat Manchester United. And you were up a man for like 40 fucking minutes. I had Arsenal money line and both teams to score. You pieces of shit. I'm so glad they got knocked out. They got knocked out in the most poetic way, too, in their favorite tournament that they're supposedly the best at, even though they constantly get knocked out in like the 3rd and 4th round the last 4 years. So, fuck you guys. Handle business if you're actually a top club. If you're actually a top club and you actually care about the FA Cup, which I know you have to say you do because it's the only fucking cup you got. I know you have to say that one matters. So what happened? You fucking trash cans. Minus 180 against Manchester United. And you scored one fucking goal up a man. That's absolutely shocking. Kai Havertz.
Bum.
Really good guy.
Oh, wow. Are people realizing he's a bum again? It must be
Guys,
3 years ago.
Gabriel Jesus is hurt and Kai Havertz can't score anymore. Weird. What? Weird. Who would I ever fucking imagine?
Guys, who's worse, Kai Havertz or Timo Werner?
Timo Werner,
Yes.
for sure. Not even close.
Werner couldn't stay on sides. Werner 2 offsides a match was a fucking layup bet. Back shout out old points bet.
Yep. And then my last one's Portuguese Twitter because they made a claim that Renato Sanchez was better than Camavinga, and then I was like, wait, you're comparing Renato Sanchez and Camavinga? And I got all of all you had to do is click into the profile and you're like, Benfica fan from Porto, Portugal, from blah, blah, blah. All Portuguese fan, just so angry that I even brought it up. For a guy that's 27, still not fucking playing, injured again, and all because his potential was so high. That 1 Euro where he finally played well for a couple games and then immediately went to a really good team and didn't do fuck all for the next 6 years. That was better than Camavinga. And I'm sitting here actually watching Camavinga, and I don't know what I love Portuguese Twitter, though. The fact that they'll go to bat as soon as you mention it doesn't even have to be a good Portuguese player. If you just mention someone that's Portuguese in a negative tone, they're coming after you. And I appreciate the loyalty and the passion that you guys have for that. But if you're going to sit there and try to tell me Renato Sanchez is better than Camavinga because his potential was so high and he's 27, still not playing, in the year 2025, I'm sorry, but I need a little bit. When one's playing for Real Madrid and the other one isn't playing at all, and the last time he was good was on Lille, I'm sorry. Maybe it's not just me. Also, give me a couple of stats here, like, tackles made, passes completed, chance, anything that would have backed your claims that Renato Sanchez is anywhere near Camavinga. But I appreciate you, Portuguese Twitter. This is more of a shout out than a fuck you. Shit, right at you.
I'm going to start over in Germany with Gladbach versus Bayern. I got a really good number on both teams to score over 2.5. Like an insanely good number that shouldn't have been posted at -135. And it's only got a Harry Kane penalty kick in it. Granted, I did go off about how Gladbach plus 1, plus 1.5, like all that shit looked really good. So if you took that, that was nice. But yeah, the one I published on Twitter and was really going to bat for was that both teams to score over 2.5. And turns out, guys, Gladbach's still a giant pain in Bayern's dick. Say it every single year. And it continues to be the truth. So we'll go there. Next, we're going to jump over to Italy, where I have a lot of fuck yous because that Italian slate this weekend was fucking horrendous.
The worst of the year.
Udinese Atalanta. I want 90 minutes of my life back. Like all 90 minutes of my life back. Atalanta, I think you put up 3 fucking shots. Are you goddamn kidding me? Against Udinese?
Free Lookman. I'm out on Atalanta. Free Lookman.
So, yeah, 0-0. That fucking sucked. Juventus, which is Nick's favorite club, I'm sure this didn't upset him at all. When they went ahead and coughed up a goal to a completely hapless Torino team in the Turin derby right before half in a game that they have won of the last 27. 23 of them, drawn a couple, and lost 1.
I called it the game of the year.
Yeah, that's
jokingly. It's not an actual game.
And I got -115. Yeah,
that's how confident I was in Juve.
Mm-hmm. Guess who had 2 or 3 units on that? Yeah, this guy. And Juve, you can't get me a second goal against that fucking.
Well, to be fair, I got called back for absolutely no reason.
You're right. That would have put them up 2-0.
Not that I had Nico Gonzalez to score assists or anything.
I do remember being on the phone with you for that. But yeah, Torino without Zapata, you guys drew them. That's pathetic. AC Milan Cagliari. AC Milan, cup hangover, whatever. Do better. Just do better. Do better. Because you sucked against Como too. Like, you didn't make the fuck you list because you won that game 2-1, but you got Pulisic injured and you fucking suck. So I don't know. You need to throw all your eggs in this go sign Kyle Walker basket. And give away Emerson Royale for a pair of used training fucking jocks, dude. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. That was the dumbest move you've made since you signed Murata to a 4-year deal. I know it only happened like 4 days afterwards, but those are 2 fucking garbage deals. You also couldn't sell Okafor because he couldn't pass his medical at RB Leipzig. That's kind of fucking embarrassing too. So I don't know. Figure your shit out, Milan. You are a great, fantastic European champion pedigree football club. Get it the fuck together. Next up, over in Spain, Alaves. Score a fucking goal at home. Just score one. Just one. It's not that hard. You played Osasuna. Score a fucking goal. Betis. Everybody not named Isco is a worthless pile of garbage. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm done with Lo Celso. I'm done with Eloise. I'm done with Roque, who came on. I guess he got a fucking PK. I don't know. I watched Isco put in like 4 perfect balls that somebody has to finish. And I watched him dead to rights with nobody in front of the keeper. The keeper shitting himself, staring at Isco. They're like, oh my God, they gave him 8 yards of space, crashing from the top of the box, and nobody can put the ball in front of him so my mans can hit it? Are you fucking kidding me? You played it 9 yards in front of him, right into the keeper's feet. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, Batiste? Figure it the fuck out. Isco won man of the match in that losing effort to bottom of the table Valladolid, by the way. And if you know anything about Spain, they fucking hate giving an away team the man of the match, and he did it in a losing effort. That should tell you how fucking good Isco is.
It's not impressive anymore. He's already done it a bunch of times.
Right. We've already bitched about Lucas Vasquez, Barca fans. Fiorentina, what the fuck? Get it the fuck together. Spanish VAR taking away that Villarreal goal. Also, just the refs you assigned to the Super Cup game. A little sus that the guy who got suspended the last time he reffed us was in Valencia, where he called Jude's header not a goal when we had possession when we're still driving forward. Just called the end of the game. So, again, a little sus, but whatever. Dortmund, fire your manager immediately today, effective, 48 fucking hours ago, because you can't win a game on the road, dog. And that shit's fucking pathetic. You went to Holstein Kiel, and you got skull-fucked 3-0 in the first half. That's fucking embarrassing. Thank God Gittins went and got us a goal. But my Dortmund, you haven't been able to play away all fucking season, and you're like 8th on the Bundesliga table. Get your shit together. You have way too much talent to be doing this goddamn nonsense. Leicester today, score me 1 fucking goal. RB Leipzig, you're trash. Xavi Simons is dope. I still like Sesko. I think he's dope. Everybody else on that team, except for what's his name, the Nigerian striker. It's not Boniface. It's not. Who the fuck is it over there? Came from Ludegards. Who's the other striker that's not Sesko?
What, Openda?
Openda. Thank you. I knew it was no. Openda, Sesko, Xavi Simons. That's your whole team. I'm sorry. You guys all know. Can't play soccer with 3 guys. So figure it the fuck out, RB Leipzig. And then Inter today. You're going to lose a home game you're going to drop points to Bologna. You're going to drop points to this Bologna team in the San Siro.
Juventus will probably
and you won't win the Scudetto.
Nobody's a bigger Vincenzo Italiano hater than I am for Bologna. I have to give him a little bit of credit. He's got them playing decently well, considering it's a very average squad at best.
Yep.
They need Xerxes back. That's the problem, man.
Do they, though? Because he doesn't really score. He's not like a goal scorer.
Oh, sorry. Were you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't.
I mean, he looked good. Look, I'm not
but-
gonna sit over here and dick ride the EPL. It's a different, like, you do need a different skill sets to score in Italy. Like, you have to be able to play with back to goal. You're gonna have defenders draped all over you a little bit more. It's not as free flowing. You're not as open pace and space. That said, score some fucking goals, kid.
100%. But now that, listen, they've done good. I think they only have 3 losses so far, which is pretty impressive. They don't win a ton of games. They draw all the time. But they got a 19-year-old kid playing striker the entire season, and he's very good and very talented. So
he is. I like him a lot.
Castro,
Swedish international. Oh, Castro.
Yeah,
okay.
he's Argentinian.
I like Ndoye too.
Ndoye, yep.
That's
so
great.
like they have some good pieces, but they're just, I don't know, they've been grinding out results where they really kind of have no business doing so. So credit to them. But yeah, Inter, Hank, like nobody in Italy just wants to take that.
Nobody's
jump.
got what it takes to go.
Nobody wants to take that jump.
Yep.
It's really, really weird, but it makes it like the most fun title race in Europe.
Top to bottom, most competitive league in Europe, by the way.
Scott McTominay is a born winner.
It's incredible how many people are just disrespecting him, bro. Unreal.
Mixed sauce?
They don't.
Oh, they not have
a good word to McSauce for like what feels like a decade at this point.
Yeah.
My man, oh, he's the truth. Oh, wait, Nick, do you have anything to get off your chest?
Now you guys pretty much covered it all. Solanke was way up there for me. Arsenal, not this most recent game, but the game before, you guys nailed it. Juve, 1,000 times Juve. Man, I tried my best to fill in for you last week, Oaks, and I thought we had some good shit going. And then I went on my show right after, and I thought I had some really good shit going. I think I got every bet right in England and Germany. I lost like every bet in Italy.
Like, well, they were all drops. Literally, there was a day where every game was 1-1 or 0-0.
So, yeah, my fuck yous basically echo everything you guys say. I don't have anything too good to add. Just double it up.
All right. Well, we got a couple of midweek options here. So we're going to start with the Copa del Rey games. We have Bilbao versus Osasuna. It's at the San Mames. And Bilbao's money line is a very bettable number. So unless they do something weird with their lineup, but they love the Copa del Rey, this is like their competition. They're kind of like the Arsenal of the Spanish league when it comes to the Copa del Rey, where they take a lot of pride in their Copa del Rey trophies. So I love Bilbao here. I think it was like minus 175, which a little bit of juice. I don't even know if I'm really confident enough in them to do the money line and over 1.5 to get a better number. I'd rather just end up doing like a money line and some shots on target if you can even find that market for the Copa del Rey. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But Bilbao at home in the Copa del Rey is very hard to bet against.
I would parlay it with Madrid money line for plus 110.
Madrid owes us a win really bad, and this one's at home. So.
They're going to come back with a fucking vengeance against Celta.
I already know that I'm going to be triggered when I see Lucas Vasquez in the starting lineup, though. So.
And I would also add in that if we're doing Copa del Rey stuff, the under in Sociedad Real is free. It's the freest free that's ever been free. Sociedad, I think they've scored 6 goals at home this season. Yeah, that's how pathetic that offense is. They've only allowed 8, but I mean, geez.
That's like a correct score 1-0. Like, take a stab at it.
Yeah, I mean, you can play under 2 in this game, to be honest with you, because if Sociedad gets one, they're probably not going to give one up. Real has been, like, spunky, I guess. I don't know. Sociedad is just really good at just being able to grind out 90 minutes of hellish, low-block, garbage football.
Yeah.
So I also have Real Madrid on here, too, but I feel like we're just going to mush them all together. And then I'm just making a parlay of Bilbao money line, Madrid money line, and the under in the Sociedad game. So that's what we're going to call that one. There's your Copa del Rey recap, guys. It's a 3-leg parlay.
Yep.
I might put that in now because I'll forget otherwise.
You'll forget by the time we're done.
Yeah. My other problem is that I thought the slate was shit outside of England and Italy. So everything else is just like scraps. That's why we kind of just went off for like 30 minutes about the fuck yous, but haha, you got distracted. We're on to the games. Newcastle versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth, for some reason, they play very well against teams that I guess we would call them top 6 teams. Newcastle is one of those teams. Newcastle's fighting for a Champions League spot. Newcastle is absolutely electric right now. It's at St. James Park, which it's weird because the last 2 years, St. James Park is now just a fucking fortress. It doesn't matter if Nick Pope's in net, if Dubrovka's bum ass is in net. Somehow Newcastle just at home, the fans get behind them, and it's just a very, very hard environment for teams to come in and play in. So I won't even tell you guys that both teams' scores looking good here. I just know that Newcastle is going to be putting up goals, and I'm taking Newcastle on the money line. So I'm looking at Newcastle money line over 1.5 at a much more bettable number. It's sitting around minus 130, minus 125-ish. And Isak is still unbelievably hot.
Russian.
I've just been throwing his goal on whatever parlay.
Bro's up to 15 goals. Unreal for him. I think the last time I was on with both of you, I was kind of saying how I can't ever figure Newcastle out. They're inconsistent. They're this, they're that. Well, what are they on, a 6-game winning streak, 7-game winning streak?
I think it's 7 now.
Yeah. Kudos to them. They're actually above Chelsea, which I thought was impossible.
And then you watch Chelsea play and remember
3 weeks ago, and then Chelsea went on this fucking disgusting streak with the easiest portion of their schedule, right? Easiest portion of their schedule, and they couldn't figure it out. So shout out Newcastle. Just wanted to give them the props that I didn't give them earlier.
Hold on, we'll see if he keeps that same energy on his show, because I've definitely written in the chat a bunch of times that Newcastle's the best team in England.
You've also written Fiorentina is the best team in Italy. So
I said that about 6 different Italian teams in your chat.
Just saying.
Udinese was the best team in Italy for a week.
It's Newcastle all day here. Bournemouth is without their 2 starting strikers. Evan Nielsen and Unal are both hurt for the foreseeable future. So Bournemouth, though I do really like the Cherries, and I think that they made really nice kits this offseason, and I really do like that move for Evan Nielsen. He did start to click there and looked really good. It's just going to be a struggle here to close out the season without those guys, and they don't have the deep pockets to go out and throw around money in the transfer window. You can get somebody, but you're not going to get a top level guy. You're not you're going to overpay. You always overpay.
Say that, but it is also an EPL team. They get a lot more money than every other club.
Everybody just overpays in the winter transfer window. That's what you're doing, is you're taking good guys from teams that aren't competitors, that are okay, we're not going to get relegated, but we're not going to play European football. And if we do, it's probably bad. Allow me to be Scotty here for a minute. Shout out Scotty. Watch Nick's show. Newcastle top 4 right now is sitting at plus 150. You buying or selling?
Oh,
I don't know. What did I get in at?
I would need probably plus 250 to buy that. I think I need a little bit more.
You think Chelsea puts it back together?
I mean, the problem is you have 4 teams realistically fighting for that spot. That's provided Forest doesn't fall off a cliff, which I don't think they will. They've proven it through 21 games.
I was going to say they're
1 injury away from being completely washed.
All right, so now there's 4 teams for 1.5 spots. We'll say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are they better than Villarreal? Or Aston Villa?
Probably.
Are they better than Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Are they better than Brighton?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are they better than Tottenham?
Yeah, no, Tottenham's it wasn't even on my radar. I mean, City, Chelsea, Aston Villa. I don't know. I don't know. I find myself having a really hard time.
They have no European football. That's why I'm suggesting them, because
really hard time writing off City. I don't know why, because I'm watching them play like shit and I'm enjoying it. Absolutely enjoy it.
And they have to play every 3 days for the next 21 days.
I already have my future in on City to win the league.
Plus 150 isn't going to do it. I would like it to be plus 250 or more.
All right.
Not that I don't
those odds. I just wouldn't bet them.
No, I hear you. That's why I asked.
Yeah, good question.
All right.
I do think Newcastle or Aston Villa finishes top 4.
And what's his name? Getting Malin was an awesome deal for them.
Yeah, it was.
21 mil was pretty cheap too from Dortmund.
Part of me hopes that it doesn't work so that he goes back to PSV. Is that mean? Is that bad?
And just fucking shreds with Ricardo Pepe.
Yes.
Hell
De
yeah.
Jong retire.
Yeah.
But again, if that's mean, guys, if there's any Aston Villa fans, I didn't mean it. I'm joking. All right, I got Brentford versus Liverpool next. Besides both teams to score, what do you love about this game, Oaks?
Bees buzz at home. That home crowd's probably going to be lit. Probably a horrendous kit game. What is Poole going to wear? Like their teal fucking green ugly ass Johns?
I have no idea. I'm hoping we keep it classy here with just like some nice white and red versus I don't know, something not ridiculous. I don't want to see color rush Thursdays. Put it that way.
Brentford can build. Say something nice about Brentford. They should be able to build off of that City win. They're better at home. Biasa's playing well. And Buemo looks solid. I've always been a fan of Norgard and Demsgaard. So yeah, I mean, like, listen, the Bees suck on the road, and they can't. Like, I can't quite figure out why they can't put it together on the road. But I've been high on this Bees squad for a while. I think they do a good job. I think that their owner is a really smart and savvy guy. He's a former gambler himself, so. They don't have an academy. They don't really.
No such thing as a former gambler, sir.
True. I mean, he's just gambling with a much bigger bankroll on something that you can't lose on. But here we are, still talking about my betting show. So he's doing something right. But yeah, I mean, look, would I be surprised if Brentford was able to hold a +1 here? Absolutely not. Would it surprise me if Poole absolutely came in there and skull fucked them and beat the brakes off of them? Also not. As long as if Darwin Nunez starts, though, that's 60 minutes of garbage football. So I'll take Brentford halftime draw if that's the case because, yeah, Darwin can't finish shit.
Am I the only one that liked Gakpo up front and Diaz out wide? Because I'm confused why they switched.
With McAllister in the middle getting 3 dimes? Yeah, I kind of liked that lineup too.
Yeah. I feel like you didn't have to mix it up. I love Gakpo anywhere on the pitch. I just really like his game, and he adjusts very well. It just seems like when you're going to have somebody that's that huge and can control the ball the way he does, and knows
like everybody on Netherlands who's like 6'4" and above, like their entire fucking roster.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know.
One more thing I wanted to say when we were talking TAA. Sorry it just popped into my head. The next time I watch him shove McAllister off a free kick and bury it into the wall for a garbage ass attempt will be his last. Like you can't if you want to come to Madrid, that energy needs to go the fuck away because you ain't on free kicks, dog.
Bro, that's his house, man. All right. He built
McAllister shapes the ball much better. He gets it up and down much better. Why the fuck is TAA telling McAllister
to play right back?
Can McAllister play right back?
Yeah. Probably better than TAA.
Probably.
Listen, McAllister, shout out to him because he had a really slow start to the year. Dude has been absolutely balling the last month and a half.
Yep.
Men, I mean, Oaks, Leg, you made the joke. Both teams to score. It's so spot on, man. Like, I'm looking at this Brentford side, and I didn't know this. I'm looking at it now. Don't think I'm too intelligent. They have more goals scored than Man City, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Forest.
Especially
and they're one goal behind Arsenal for goals scored. That is a ton of goals. 2 a game. Shout out them. The problem is they cannot keep anything out of the net. So, this...
Check their home versus away splits too, just so you know.
Also, they keep giving obnoxious numbers on Mbeumo and Wissa shots on target.
Yep.
Oddly enough, the strikers for Brentford still shoot a lot, and even weirder, they usually hit the target. Like when you're putting -120 for Mbeumo to hit a rectangle one time, I'm probably gonna hammer it every single time.
Brentford's proven to people that they're not afraid to get their backs blown out as long as they continue to play their brand of football. I've watched this team lose fucking 5-1 before, and they never stop attacking and they never stop going forward in transition, even to their own detriment when they're getting their backs blown out on the counterattack.
All right, moving on.
Who they are.
Next one we got, it's Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Wow. So the odds are fucking trash for this game. I think the odds are absolutely disrespectful, especially when you got two Spanish coaches going at it. For me, the fact that I can get Aston Villa at +1.5 at a bettable number is fucking wild, because I don't know what anyone else is seeing from this Arsenal side the last few weeks that makes you think that, one, they're going to put up more than one goal, or two, that they're going to keep somebody out and beat them by 2 goals. So for me, I think they're getting a lot of respect. It is at the Emirates. Aston Villa, not always the best team traveling, but this Arsenal team, from what we've been watching, I do think they win this game, which they should. They're like -300 favorites at home. But if you think that they're going to win this by 2 goals, I think you're crazy. I would love to know who the goal scorers are going to be.
They're getting a worse, they're getting a worse number than Tottenham got today. Tottenham was +600, which I thought was wild. I don't know what you guys were on for that match, but I had Tottenham +1.5, Tottenham +2. Obviously, both came through. So I would be inclined to agree with you, man, and kind of do the same thing here. +1.5 seems awfully generous for an Arsenal team that needed an own goal today and, a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, +1 is a plus number. I don't hate taking Aston Villa on the double chance. I don't hate taking their money line straight up. I think this Villa club's good. They played well today. They got a grimy away win, 1-0. You got to win these games against an Arsenal team that kind of fucking sucks right now. They have nothing going for them offensively. So if you can hold on to like 35% of the ball and you can attack, you're probably going to do good. And shout out Rodgers today for getting me my assist. To score assist was +180 today as a favorite on the road at +120. So yeah, I'm probably going to go back to the Rodgers well. He's been doing well for me, especially when he's playing kind of over on that right side there where they were lining Matty Cash up, who was a money printing machine for us, who I was talking about with my boy Greaves over in Discord. He's like, yo, do you like Matty Cash today? I'm like, I do, but I definitely don't like him as much as playing right back as I did right wing. So, yeah, look, I think this V side's good. I think they've gotten healthy. They got Tyrone Mings back, who is a solid defender. He's going to pick up a card because that's just who he is, but like, he's not going to give up a PK, and he's going to follow you, and he's a tough guy to move. He's a mountain of a man. So,
one, I don't think Daniel Mallon is going to play.
No,
but this is going to be my tester for, hey, Ollie Watkins, motherfucker, we just bought another striker. It's time to put up or shut up. So
did score today.
Ollie Watkins. I'm going to take him to score again.
I like it.
Because you know what got confirmed yesterday? The news that they signed Daniel Mallon. So we'll see what he does when Daniel Mallon's in the stadium watching him.
Boys, I got to jump. Thank you for hosting me here a little bit.
Appreciate you,
I'll catch you in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Take it easy, Nick.
Also, do we get refunded on my wheel last week because Vlahovic didn't play?
Oh yeah, you do. And we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave the instead of Oaks is Wild, we'll leave the Nicky Clicky on there.
All right.
We'll come and we'll ask you.
Shoot me a text if you need something.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, boys.
I'll be tuning into Nick's show as soon as we're done here. So
you're the man. Appreciate it. You might be getting the link.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
See you guys
later. All right, next one I got Man U versus Brighton. I listen to a lot of delusional Manchester United fans, and I am really inclined to agree with them with the plus sign at home after the result against Arsenal. Mind you, I think they have another game midweeks, as does
tomorrow,
Brighton.
yeah.
So that will also be very telling. But if Garnacho is going to flip over a new leaf, if we get a Garnacho, a Diallo, and maybe Højlund figuring it out offensively, Bruno Fernandes stops getting red cards. Let's just turn. You got a little bit of momentum. Let's actually do something here. Delusional Manchester United fans, I'm with you. Let's get this dub. I think it's Man U plus 115 versus Brighton. So I'm here for the money line there.
Yeah, I hate this game. I need to see both of these teams play tomorrow before I make a decision. Man U's all lineup dependent for me. I just don't think they have very good players. I don't think it's a management issue. I don't think it's a talent issue. I think it's an expectation. And when you said you spoke to a lot of delusional Man United fans, I thought that was a little repetitive because you could have just said Man United fans. The implication is they're delusional because they haven't done dick.
Some of them are really sad.
Yeah, I mean, well, they should be because like their team's really bad.
Yeah, but they're gonna try really hard. My plan for the week is Brighton money line versus Ipswich, Man U money line versus Brighton.
I feel that.
All right, moving on. Next we got Chelsea versus Wolves. Guys, this one is, I don't know why, but this game's always a fucking banger. There's literally 6 games there's 6 goals in the last 2 games. I think last one it was 6-2 Chelsea, and the one before that it was 4-2 Wolves. I don't know what it is about these two teams, but they say throw out the fucking record books. Let's just put up goals. I'm taking both teams to score over 2.5. I'm gonna end up taking probably Cunha for a goal or an assist. I'm gonna end up taking fucking Coley Palmer, Mr. Cold himself. Nicholas Jackson is cold as ice right now. I'm off him. I won't even try to act like I'm gonna spring him back to life here. Just take the chalk and go Cole Palmer and Cunha. Ladder their shots, too, because both of them love jacking for chicks. Also, the minus 300 for Chelsea, I think, is a little ridiculous. Although Chelsea is way better than Wolves, it's just how these teams always perform against each other. It seems really high.
Yeah, Hwang worked his way back into the lineup today, got 45 minutes under his belt. Wolves are showing a little bit of fight here. I'm certainly not backing Chelsea at the bridge at this number. I agree with Leg. There could be a shit ton of goals here. Chelsea actually was the one team that fucked me on my parlay yesterday. I had 4 both teams to score in that Chelsea-Bournemouth game to stay under 3.5. And all my fucking homies hate Reece James, okay? Everybody fucking hates Reece James for a stoppage time free kick. Game win or tire, I guess that was meaningless.
I had him for a shot on target, so I'm not actually.
Well, fuck you, and Reece James, because I needed that under for a 12 or.
He didn't have to score.
Yeah, I need it was like a 12 to 4 or 14 to 1 parlay that I had a $10 free bet on. So like I could be eating good right now off that 150, but y'all fucked it up.
Some noodles, fucking guy, fucking Reece James. All right, moving on. We're going over to España. I have 2 Spanish games for you. It's the football.
It's La Liga.
It's La Liga. Anytime they do some fuck shit, I'm like, yeah, it's not football. It's La Liga, I guess. Yeah. Somehow Barcelona is still registering players. I don't know. It's fucking 2 weeks after the deadline, but what's even worse is that now Laporta's playing the victim, and he was just like, yeah, everyone's out to get us. Everyone's always attacking us because they want to bring us down. I'm just like, well, you cheated again, but it's fine. Celta Vigo versus Athletic Bilbao. We're getting an incredible
losers write history, by the way.
Literally, they're the worst. I don't know how anyone could possibly ever side with them, as biased as I am. I just don't. When you look at the shit they do, and like the players that they hail, like the Gobbies of the world, and it's like you just scream scumbag. Celta Vigo versus Bilbao. We're getting an awesome number on Bilbao. An unbelievable number on Bilbao. I think I got a Bilbao draw no bet.
Yep. At like minus 110, minus 105.
Minus 110. That's crazy to me because this Celta Vigo team is not good. No. They don't even have Iago Aspas just straight backpacking them anymore. So like this Celta Vigo team is not good. I don't always trust Bilbao away from home. But also, this Celta Vigo team is not good. The Williams brothers, we're going to have to see lineups if they do some fuck shit over at Bilbao and we don't see the attackers. I'm hoping Sunset is getting fit and getting ready for these games because they fucking need him. It is so evident when he is not he positions himself.
Berenguer is not as good.
Yeah. Berenguer will still take my shots, though. So I love Bilbao in the draw, no bet. And just every game now, anytime I see the Williams brothers starting together, I will still do the long shot.
Nico to score or Nico to assist Inaki.
Yeah. Just anytime it hits, you're just like, yeah. This is how football's supposed to be. Good.
Facts. Yeah, I'm with you here. I do think Celta can get one. I haven't seen Bilbao's defense tighten up as much as I'd like yet. And both teams to score sitting at plus 100 feels like a really good number. Like, score 1 goal at home,
Just one time.
Just one time at home. Bilbao's going to rattle off like 3, especially if the Williams brothers play. So, like, get one.
All right, moving on. Last one we got. And we're only talking about it because it's me and Oaks. It's Real Madrid versus Las Palmas. We're at home. It's another game back after the Super Cup disaster. It's just straight dubs. The line is shit. I think we're minus 1,600 on the money line. I do think Las Palmas, if I see a shit defensive lineup, which this would be a game that if I'm Ancelotti, I experiment a little bit. I try one of the other right backs from the academy. I try Aguado. I try Hector. Let's see if Juan can get a run there. Maybe we do it to put Kamavinga at left back. Holy shit. But this would be the game to do it. I do think Las Palmas could get one, though. So both teams to score, no draw. I'm looking at good number. So I don't know who it's going to be on Las Palmas. I assume somebody that used to play at Madrid or was from our academy. That's usually how it fucking goes. But they will get at least one. Courtois, I want to talk shit on Courtois, but he really is.
He made great saves. He made great
hero work. Our defense is just somehow even worse than it's ever been in the last 5 years. Just no fullbacks. We have one defender that's playing in the back line right now. So if Las Palmas can't score on this Madrid team, they're never going to score on us again.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's Madrid all day. Vinny's suspended. So look, pivot to Rodrigo props.
Mbappe, if his shirt's tucked in, it's a wrap.
Also, I'm so sick of seeing Brahim Diaz give me Arda Gruler.
Facts. Or just throw Endrick in. I'm good on Brahim.
I'm just done looking at Brahim Diaz turn the ball over. Same with Mbappe. Just stop turning the ball over at the top of the box on an attack.
I am happy with Mbappe's last couple performances. So I think there's room for improvement, but I am not going to complain.
I hold Mbappe to a very high expectation.
I remember when way worse. That's all I know.
Remember when we had to sell Benzema and fire Don Carlo the last time we lost a couple of games like this, and look how that worked out?
Yeah. Anyway, we're in Italy now. Juve versus Milan. The only thing I'm confident on is cards. Because I got fucked out of this under last game, if you watch that game did not deserve to hit an over. There was not 3 goals in that fucking game. That was an absolute shit show from Juve defensively, where you allow Milan to get 3 chances and they scored on fucking 2 of them. That is, for Italian football, that's fucking horrendous. And Juve, you know what's going to be hilarious when Vlahovic goes to fucking Arsenal, because I'm really waiting for it. I'm really waiting for them to be like, you know what, we did a real number 9, and they bring in Vlahovic, and they see how fucking absolutely trash this dude is inside the 18-yard box. Because goddamn, I've never seen a big motherfucker that's known for scoring goals miss so many fucking wide open opportunities, to the point where now he's getting benched for Nico Gonzalez, who isn't even a striker. I'm pretty sure he's an attacking mid-winger. So I don't know if he's not fully fit or they're saving him for the Milan game, but I don't have a lot of faith in this Juve team. If they do end up getting any points at all, it'll be because it's a draw. That's it.
Yeah,
Weston take the under either.
Weston had a nice dime the other day. Milan's defense sucks. They'll be without Pulisic. I'm assuming he pulled his hammy and came off right before half of the last match. But yeah, I mean, it's Juve, so draw. Just give me the draw plus 260 and forget the fuck about this game.
Also, Weston McKennie can just play literally any position he wants.
He can play all 11 positions on the pitch. Yeah. Probably not keeper. He's not tall enough.
Have you seen him throw a football? He's got pretty good hands.
I'm not saying he doesn't have good hands. I'm just saying, like, that's a big fucking goal.
I would give him a shout at keeper. Like, if they were down to the 3rd string, I'd give him a shout. Out of everyone else on the pitch, I think he'd put the most passion into it also. Like, because you also got to be ready to actually dive if you're playing goalie. And I see Weston throwing everything he's got at every single shot. Last Italian game I got for you guys, Atalanta versus Napoli. I want to say this game screams goals, but then I watched Atalanta play the last 2 weeks, so now I'm just going Napoli, draw no bet.
Yeah, I mean,
McSauce props.
Somebody's got one to win the Scudetto, right? I like both teams to score here, minus 111, so just give me that.
You still talk to that boy, Alan. I don't know. Is he talking to me or you?
I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. I do know an Allen, maybe 2. But
Oh, shit, you're Allen now.
I mean,
Last game. Just
we haven't
for
talked in a minute.
Bayern Munich versus Wolfsburg. Oaks. The kick game has potential to be absolutely fucking gorgeous. If I see the bright
Green's
green
always
versus
pop.
red, I would love to see that. Wolfsburg seems to have cooled off. Oaks, what are you going to do? Because I'm just going to do the opposite.
I mean, if Elise plays and his number is playable, like I'm definitely going to take it. Wolfsburg can score. I don't know. Is Jonas Wind good, or is he just scoring penalty kicks now? Like, I don't know. Wolfsburg's been dead to me for a while. But yeah. Snuffa, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Allen, he still works for Gold Boys, as far as I know. I haven't talked to him much since I stopped working for Gold Boys. I talked to his homie Nick. Occasionally, we're a little closer in age. Allen's a very nice guy, but he's like 62 years old, or he's in his 60s and he's retired. So if we're not talking baseball, we don't have a lot to talk about because I don't handicap NBA, and he doesn't follow soccer. So yeah, we talk for baseball every once in a while, but
all right, I have the wheel.
dope.
So with the wheel, I do have Nicky Clicky on there for Nick. He got robbed last week. He had Vlahovic didn't start. Usually when it's me and Oaks, we will pick a backup. I didn't even think to let him pick a backup. What did I have? I think I had Lookman, so joke's on me for picking an Atalanta player in a goalless game. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, we did this. Yeah, I did the same thing.
All right, I'm going to let Oaks go first. There we go.
Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut.
Guys, that was a perfect execution of letting Oaks go first, so League One's off the board.
Oh, cool. I got French League 1.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I know Marseille has a very winnable game on Sunday.
What do we got from Marseille?
Give me a second here. Give me Luis Enrique. Shout out my Brazilian homie.
Damn, he's over on fucking Marseille.
Yeah, he been on one too. 6 goals and 4 assists since coming over.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's going out there. They're playing some dog shit team in Marseille. So
you see our young bull from fucking Batiste went over to I think Como also. He's been playing up front Diao.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, he got the goal for him versus Milan with no Nico Paz playing.
Yeah, Animo Nico Paz.
Move with the rhythm. Shake it up, stop when the clock hits 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut.
All right, fantastic, great, love that for me. I do have an under on my board. I forget who Everton's playing though, but it is going to be the Everton game. Oh fuck! I think they're playing Tottenham, which is going to be like a 1-0 Tottenham game. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm doing Everton Tottenham. I don't even care. Don't even care
for the game.
Yeah.
What'd you get? 4-goal John?
Picking 0-0.
Oh, you got 0-0 John. Okay.
Yeah. I'm hoping that just, Pickford continues to play on his head. All right. Let's do 15, and then let's get the fuck out of here because I'm going to go play FIFA.
Dope. I'm going to make a pizza.
All right, yeah, Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo. Both teams to score, -148. Beautiful number. Bilbao, moneyline versus Osasuna, -180. Brighton, moneyline versus Ipswich, -115. Newcastle, moneyline, and over 1.5 versus Bournemouth. They don't have a number for that yet. But when I looked on another book and had to throw it together, the best one I could find was like -130. So we'll see what happens. Liverpool, moneyline, both teams to score at Brentford, +135. Aston Villa, +1.5 versus Arsenal, -180. Everton, Spurs, under 2.5, +110. Man U, moneyline versus Brighton, +110. Man City, -1.5 versus Ipswich, -120. This is the turnaround, guys, right here. This is the turnaround. You're welcome. I told you. Chelsea Wolves, both teams to score, -160. Juve, Milan, over 4.5 cards. Atalanta, Napoli, both teams to score, -125. Napoli, draw no bet versus Atalanta, +130. Lazio, money line at Verona, -135, courtesy of Nick Diani. He told me it has to be the money line. And then Bilbao, draw no bet at Celta Vigo, -110. And then my parlay is there will be blood. Juve, Milan, over 4.5 cards. Napoli, Atalanta, over 4.5 cards. Bilbao, Osasuna, over 4.5 cards.
Those are all really good picks for teams that don't like each other. Yeah, I'm going to take Newcastle on the money line at -145. I'm going to take Isak for an anytime goal at +105. I'm going to take Aston Villa +1 on the Asian handicap, +109. I'm going to take Espanyol versus Valladolid, both teams to score. That's +115. Osasuna versus Real. I'm going to take both teams to score there as well. It's +120 over on MGM. I'm going to take Isco to score or assist. Look, I know he hasn't shown up on the score sheet yet, but go watch Isco play football. He's the only competent player on that entire roster. So, yeah, I don't have a number for that yet, but just give me Isco to score or assist. I'm with leg. Bilbao draw no bet, -105 MGM. Celta versus Bilbao, both teams to score, +100 over on Caesars. Juve versus AC Milan, just give me the draw straight up at +210 over on DraftKings. Atalanta versus Napoli, give me both teams to score at -111. Parma versus Venezia, give me both teams to score. It's -150. Parma versus Venezia, give me the over 2.5. It's -135. You can pair those together, get a really nice plus number. And last but not least, give me PSG on the money line at -125. Disrespectful number. They just spent like $80 million to get Kvaratskhelia. So, yeah, go get some dubs. My parlay will be Newcastle money line, PSG money line, and Bilbao draw no bet.
Yo, if Mikal Bridges doesn't score one more goddamn point, we're gonna have issues. Just so everybody knows.
Facts.
I just need him to score 20 plus. He's at 19 right now. Go figure. I also took him for only 2.5 threes. He has 5 because he played in Philly, and I know how that goes. His mom still works at the stadium. That's all we have for you guys. Make sure you follow us at TwoFootTalk, at TWOFootTalk. Links are all right down in the description. You can buy some gear, support me, support Oaks, TFTDrip.com. Got a couple of new options from some of the new designs that they gave us on the store right now, TFTDrip.com. Links are all below in the description. Oaks, anything else to
add? No, follow Twitter. Check out the Discord if you want. Links down below, whatever in my Twitter bio. Doing a show Friday with Flash that we put up on our YouTube for another thing. Just gonna have some more content here soon. Obviously, with the holidays, being sick, having my tooth pulled, haven't been able to do a ton of video content. New year. We got Champions League next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday's Europa League. So we will be getting into that, and I will be having live shows come back for Champions League stuff. And I'm going to work on doing more pre-recorded stuff starting next week. So expect some college basketball stuff as well.
All right. So that's all we got for you guys. We will be back next week. Be here, same place, same time. Every Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern time. Fuck what you heard.
It's what you're hearing.
TwoFootTalk. And we're out. Yo, I did that with Nick, and he was very upset when I didn't let him do that.